The U.S. has attacked an Iranian-backed militia inside Syria and Iraq in retaliation for a rocket attack on a base that killed an American contractor. Pro-Iranian militia and the Iraqi government condemned the U.S. action. The U.S. carried out airstrikes in Iraq and Syria targeting an Iran-backed Iraqi militia blamed for a rocket attack that killed an American defense contractor and wounded 4 U.S. service members, the Pentagon said Sunday. The U.S. retaliation threatens to unleash a dangerous spiral of escalation and backlash against the U.S. military presence in Iraq at a time the country is politically unstable following nearly 3 months of deadly anti-government protests. U.S. forces conducted precision defensive strikes against 3 Kataib-Hezbollah bases in Iraq and 2 others in Syria, Defense Department spokesman Jonathan Hoffman said in a statement. The strikes will degrade KH's ability to conduct future attacks, he said, using an acronym for the group, adding that weapons facilities and command and control centers used to plan attacks against U.S. forces were hit. At least 19 fighters were killed, Iraqi militia sources said. Retaliation. The U.S. blamed Kataib-Hezbollah for a rocket barrage on Friday that killed an American defense contractor and wounded 4 U.S. soldiers at the K-1 Iraqi military base in Kirkuk in the north of the country. Several Iraqi soldiers were also wounded. Kataib-Hezbollah is backed by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard's elite Al-Quds force. Led by one of Iraq's most powerful men, Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, the militia is part of the popular mobilization units mobilized to fight against the Islamic State group. He once fought U.S. troops during the post-Saddam Hussein military occupation and is now the deputy head of the Popular Mobilization Forces. Hours after the U.S. strikes, 4 rockets exploded near a base housing U.S. troops close to the capital Baghdad without wounding anyone, an Iraqi security official told AFP. In response to the attacks, Kataib-Hezbollah called for the expelling of the American enemy from Iraq. The military, security forces as well as popular and patriotic powers have to expel the American enemy, it said. Another powerful pro-Iran militia, Asayb al-Haq, which was recently slapped with U.S. sanctions, similarly called for U.S. forces to withdraw from Iraq. The American military presence has become a burden for the Iraqi state and a source of threat against our forces, it said in a statement. It is therefore imperative for all of us to do everything to expel them by all legitimate means. Instability. The rocket attack on the base in Kirkuk and U.S. relation come at a time the country is engulfed in nearly 3 of anti-government protests that have killed more than 450 people and injured 25,000. The protests against corruption, poor services and a dire economy have been directed at the entire political class and increasingly against Iranian meddling in the country.